Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For those of you who follow my channel regularly, my Achilles rupture is healing up nicely, but I'm still kind of bound to the shop and the house here. Gotta admit, I'm getting a little depressed being inside. It's been raining for like weeks. That's just life when you're recovering from an injury as an old man. And so we got another little squap wood project. And today I'm going to make a set of wooden coffee mugs. I know a lot of you guys can't get along without your morning coffee and your midday coffee and your afternoon coffee. I actually don't drink coffee, so these will be tea mugs for me. But I got this piece of 2-inch thick sapele. I'm going to cut it up, laminate two chunks together to get enough depth for the mug. And then I'm going to go at this using just a bandsaw, a drill press or a drill, and some chisels and hand tools. Okay? So not a lot of tools needed, no lathe, anything like that. We're just freestyling this, okay? Let's get at it. Okay, we're gonna need 4 6-inch pieces-ish. Now I'm going to use polyurethane glue because these mugs are going to hold water and fluids, hot fluids and that sort of stuff. And I don't want to mess around with, a typical wood glue that is not waterproof, right? So if moisture gets to the glue, it can delaminate. So we don't want that. So use a polyurethane or a waterproof PVA glue like Type-On 3. Type-On 2 is waterproof as well, they say. But I wouldn't just use regular cabinet maker's glue. Unless you like to live on the edge, you know? And ideally, if you have a big chunk of wood that you can cut these out of one piece, not have any laminations, then that would be great.
Somebody in the comments is going to be like, you're supposed to wet the surfaces of the wood when using a polyurethane glue. It helps with the adhesion.
Go back to your cubicle, nerd. But yes, you are right. You're supposed to wet the surfaces. But when you've been woodworking as long as me, and you've never had anything delaminate in your entire life, you just kind of go with experience. You don't have experience enough. Okay, that's it up for a couple hours. I'll do a quick for me, and then we'll take the sheets. All right, I got about I think it's a 1/2 inch or 5/8 resaw blade on my bandsaw, and I got to switch it out for a 1/4 inch blade so I can do tighter turns. All right, let's draw some circles on here so we know our shape of the mug. Now, I'll let you guys So I follow somebody on Instagram called Atelier d'Hors. I'll put it on the screen there. You guys can check it out. This is essentially a copy of the style of mugs that that person makes, and so they are just beautiful. And so I'm gonna check. I'm thinking like what do we got? Just under 2 inches. Yes, we got 2 inches, so we're gonna have a 4-inch inside diameter, so I mark my center there. Okay, I got that clamped up. I've adjusted, so I'm gonna be about, oh, that needs to be changed. About 2 7/8.
This video has been made possible by my monthly sponsors, U2 Fasteners, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, and Princess Auto. If you want to see what these great retailers have to offer you, please check the links in the description box below. Thanks for watching.
Okay, and then having that support there also prevents any blowout on the back side. Okay, so I'm gonna try and carve out these insides, get them all smooth. And so before because I was gonna shape the outside, but I thought I don't wanna thin that edge just yet until I have the inside all carved out, right? Because you know, you're using the sides to kind of level your chisel lightly, obviously. But yeah, you want to kind of do that dirty work while you still got the cup a little rough and thick. And then once the inside's all smoothed out and where we want it, then I'm going to go back and put a slight taper on this with the bandsaw by tilting the table. And so that'll give the cup a slightly kind of bottom heavy look as opposed to just a straight cylinder. And then we can start, you know, putting the final shape and sanding and texturing the outside. Okay, so you want to use a gouge that is as close to the radius as possible. So this is a 3F, so really small, shallow by 25 wide. It's one of my favorite carving chisels. I love the fishtail gouges. They don't get in the way as much. Okay, so I'm going to put a slight bevel on this thing. So in order to do that, I'm just releasing the So I'm going to follow this around the circumference of the cup and then just taper it out right there.
Hey guys, I know you're all as excited as me to unwrap your socks and underwear this Christmas season, but I also wanted to offer you a special gift from myself personally. This Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I've got my 8-week joinery course on sale just for you guys so that you can have a legitimate excuse to ignore your family for at least a couple hours every week and go in your shop and tinker with your tools. So this holiday season, in the name of self-love and self-care, treat yourself to the 8-week joinery course by yours truly, the Samurai Carpenter. Click the link in the description box below, guys, and do something for yourself this holiday season. Lord knows you've earned it. All right, back to the video.
All right, so for the finish, I am going to be using this Odie's oil here. So I got some of the original Odie's oil, so we're just gonna give that a stir. And then, they're pretty cool, but I really want that carving texture to pop. So the best way to do that is to give it like a semi-transparent finish. So we've got these are pigments that you mix with the Odie's oil. So I got titanium white and then espresso. So the white will obviously be for my wife's cup, which is this one that's a tiny bit shorter than the other one. And then I'm gonna do the espresso dark brown on the outside of this one. And so that should, and then I'll just lightly sand it afterwards. And so the carving texture will really pop out that way. So we don't need a lot of oil here, just a little bit. I want to go pretty heavy on the color there. Obviously you want to measure it out if you're doing like multiples, but it's got just a one batch finish here. So you mix it up and it kind of becomes like a paste. And I'm just going to do this on the outside because I don't know if the pigment will kind of get off and putting tea or hot liquids on the inside. I'm pretty sure these are just all like natural, like wood or like food grade pigments. They're not, chemicals, as far as I know. I find with these pigments, if you push really hard, you'll wipe more off. And then if you just kind of lightly wipe it down, you'll leave more color. So, gotta just figure out which works best for the look you're going for. Kind of like the wood showing through as much as possible. You can see how that pops the carving texture much better than just leaving it by itself. Yeah, that helps the texture a lot and just makes it look way better. Actually, I was kind of worried because I thought, I don't want to hide the wood texture too much, and I'm typically not a fan of adding color to projects. Just let the wood speak for itself, but I would definitely say that the Odie's takes these up to the next level. This looks really good. I don't know if you can see where the kind of the wood shows through a little bit more there, and then it's a little darker. And then just plain Odie's on the inside. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click the link in the description box below and check out my 8-week joinery course that's on sale for Black Friday and Cyber Monday.